However, we need to see that the Internet's dissolution of money worship is not complete. It is more like a transformation rather than elimination. Some people will package material showing off as lifestyle sharing to continue seeking a sense of superiority on the internet. For example, some people show their daily life in mansions in the name of the vlog and show off luxury cars under the guise of entrepreneurial sharing, essentially still conveying the logic of wealth first. More importantly, the decentralized nature of the internet also provides segmented soil for money worship. In some niche circles focusing on luxury goods transactions and rich people socializing, showing off luxury cars and mansions can still gain high recognition and even form a more extreme money worshipping atmosphere than in reality. But even so, the influence of these circles is far less than that of ideological content circles. Open any content platform, and the top posts are often those that resonate with the public, such as how to improve thinking and growth paths for ordinary people, rather than unboxing my $1 million luxury car. This differentiation between mainstream values and niche circles precisely shows that the internet has not completely eliminated money worship, but has marginalized it from social mainstream evaluation criteria to local subculture, which in itself is a kind of progress. It should also be acknowledged that the internet's change to people's values takes time to precipitate and will be constrained by realistic factors. In reality, wealth is still the foundation of survival. Some people work hard to make money not entirely for showing off, but more to cope with realistic pressures such as mortgages, medical care, and education. The worship of force on the internet can make people temporarily get rid of material anxiety, but it cannot completely replace the demand for wealth in reality. However, the value of this worship of force lies in that it provides people with a second value pursuit besides making money. Even if a person has not made much money temporarily, he can gain respect by outputting force and sharing viewpoints. A rich man who wants to gain broader recognition must also learn to communicate with others through thoughts rather than wealth. This change is quietly affecting reality. More and more entrepreneurs begin to share management concepts and life insights on the internet instead of simply showing off wealth. More and more young people list becoming a thoughtful content creator as their goal instead of making a lot of money to show off. This change of diversified values is the most profound impact of the internet on money worship. It makes people realize that the sense of achievement in life can come from the numbers on the bank card or from thousands of resonances triggered by an article. Your judgment that the internet changes the value chain is essentially an insight into the essential need of people's desire to be truly understood. The core of money worship is using materials to fill the lack of spiritual identification. Some people make a lot of money but have no viewpoints because they mistakenly think that wealth gonna change. Well, wealth can be exchanged for respect, but the internet makes them realize that wealth without force can only be exchanged for superficial admiration, but not in-depth identification. When this sense of loss from not being identified exceeds the satisfaction from owning wealth, some people will begin to turn to pursuing ideological value, which is the positive cycle brought by the internet. Of course, the internet cannot completely solve the problem of money worship. What it can do is provide us with a fair stage to win respect with force. On this stage, a person's value is no longer determined by the balance of his bank card, but by whether his content can enlighten others and whether his viewpoints can trigger thinking. This change may be slow, but as you have observed, more and more people begin to admire thoughtful people, and more wealth owners begin to try to outpair viewpoints. When this trend becomes a social consensus, the era of money worship will gradually fade, and the value light of thoughts first will illuminate more people's life choices. This is the most precious reshaping of reality by the internet.